What's up, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Mother. In the last episode, we were joined by our very smart but weak friend, Loid, after he blew up a science lab with a rocket that we still have in our inventory. Speaking of which, we got him at level 1, and he is now level 13, which is a little... no, I'd say get him to about level 13, maybe higher. In fact, I'm worried going into the next area, since the next area is hell. And as you can see, Ninten has leveled up to level 20 as well. There's all his stats. I've also equipped a gold ring on him, since I didn't realize he didn't have a gold ring on him, even though, you know, I edit and I look at that all the time. PSI, you know, is... I don't think he learned anything new. Maybe Healing Gamma or PSI Shield Alpha, but other than that, he's got all the same. And now that we have Loid in our party, we can check his stats as well. Level 13, there's all his. Still 0 PP because he is not a psychic. His defense is boosted by the Magic Coin, Gold Ring, and H2O Pendant, which I bought from Magic Ant. A lot of money. So yeah. And as you can see, his Wisdom is 59, which is higher than Ninten's. And Ninten is 7 levels higher than he is. This is a very smart kid, which is very handy since he's gonna be pretty much backup. He's not a fighter. What is his offense? His offense is 29, which is terrible. But he's gonna be using a lot of items. He's very helpful. It's very hard for me to say that after playing some of the Mother games for the backup person like that, but he is fairly helpful. We're back in Magic Ant because it's a great place to grind up, since you get free healing and whatnot, and if your party member dies, you can go get him for free. But this is what I was mentioning the last time we were in Magic Ant up in this area. I was wondering where this thing was, and I realized that it only shows up after they die, because it's a gravestone. And I'm stupid, but if you check this right here, it says, "To Ninten's horror and dismay, the brave soldier Flying Man rests in peace here." So yeah, each time a flying man dies, there'll be a gravestone right there. I believe you can get 5 gravestones. Very bleak, but hey, that's life. And I'm gonna head back to Marysville. I might cut out since it's a long trip back to Marysville. Or I might leave it in, because you can actually pick up some of the items in the cave, which might come in handy for this next area, because this next area is hell. Also, I didn't really state what the pattern was for the first time I came through here. It's right, left, left, right. So right, left, left, right. And that's the pattern to get through. What am I thinking? I didn't even show off, explain why I have the H2O pendant on Loid instead of the Earth pendant that I have on Ninten. I was going to buy an H2O pendant for Ninten as well, but since I accidentally bought the Earth pendant, I'm going to use it, which is coming in handy with these Ulrichs. But you're going to need the H2O pendant. It's going to be helpful for this next area we're going to. And like I said before, it's much better to be over-leveled. In fact, there's no such thing as over-leveled at this point, since the game ramps up so quickly in difficulty. We didn't pick up the stone, did we? Oh, that's right, I picked it up off-screen. My bad, guys. I had to scrap a recording because I realized my mic wasn't on, and I've already picked up the PSI stone in here. So there's what my my inventory looks like. I've left the capsules with our sister, so there's that. You could pick up the sword there, but I wouldn't recommend it, since we're eventually going to be coming through here again, and we can pick it up then. So yeah, just leave it there. I think we've handled all the enemies down here that you can get, so I'm not too worried about bioing them. And I'm also going to mention that there's a lot of new enemies coming up in this next area, and they all, well, at least a lot of them appear as 2 in pairs, so I might not be bioing all of them, which I'm not too worried about, since this next area is absolutely hell to go through. It's, well, you'll see when we get there. But Loid mentioned that he wanted to go see Duncan's Factory, which is actually to the north of Marysville. So if we head north, we find this nice little set of train tracks. We'll follow the train tracks for a little bit, see if we can find anything. We found a bag lady, probably my favorite of the enemies that you can get north of Marysville. Nothing too good about her though. She'll decrease your fight and whatnot, but she's not threatening at all. Yeah, you can take her out pretty easily. It's just, I love the bag lady. Hey, and she'll drop a hamburger, apparently. Ooh, and this is one of the enemies that often appears in a pair. It's the mad car. Don't try any PSI attacks on it. It's got a very high force and wisdom, and it won't be taken out very easily by or it won't be affected by many of those. In fact, some of them in their bios say that. Seems like there's some rocks here that we can't go around, so let's head this way. Come on, Loid. Let's go to the Duncan's Factory so you can play with their big rocket. Which sounds dangerous, but hell. What's this? Nintendo found a pass that someone had left behind. Nintendo picked up the pass. Well, it appears we've picked up a pass, so let's check it out. Loid's holding it. Look. Pass, printed on it, Duncan Factory employee. Alright, so if we need to get into the Duncan Factory, we can. Also, Loid leveled up. Here's his new stats. Alright, and let's move on. I got smash attacked by a damn skunk. Ugh, stupid skunk, even though it's adorable. So just keep heading north here, keep snaking your way through. And don't worry that I'm cutting all these battles out, because a lot of them are the same enemies you can find south of Marysville, so like wolves and stuff like that. And here's the factory. There's a dog hanging out outside. Let's talk to him. This factory is Mr. Duncan's private property. Let's see your pass. All right, so let's have Loid show him the pass. This pass is expired. You must have stolen it or found it. Suspicious creature. Look at me in the eye. Oh, he's got some cool dance moves. Oh man, that was nice. He did the moonwalk and everything. So there's a mini boss, but it's not really a mini boss since it's just a stray dog. Nothing special about him. He has all the same stats as a stray dog. Easy to take out. And before we go in here, you want to make sure everyone is set. So I'm going to heal up Nintendo, and I'm going to heal up Loid. I'm going to use PSI Life Up to heal up Loid, because he doesn't need as much HP as Ness does. Does Ness really need that much? Yeah, he needs a fair amount, so I'm just going to use PSI Life Up on myself as well. We have a PSI stone we can use, if anything. Alright, welcome to one of the biggest areas in the game, and one of the most annoying. This is Duncan's Factory. It's so big that I've drawn a map in real life on paper. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you to where you need to go to get through this area, and I might stop in a few key locations to pick up some things, and I'll mention where other things are. But the thing is, I've wrote down some things like SS. I don't know what SS is. Oh, I do know what SS is. I might upload this picture somewhere too. It's a pretty funny picture. But I'm gonna take you to a room with 3 capsules in it first. Aw, Bomber. See, this is one I wouldn't mind a plushie of. Look how cute he is. Very clumsy little thing. Aww. They might pack a wallop. I'm not really 100% sure. I didn't really look at the enemies for this area that much, which is terrible, since I totally should. But yeah. First one we're gonna go to is right down here. Oh, I'm so glad we're running into these things in singles. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the first recording or this recording, but you're not gonna be able to inflict many things on enemies that are like mechanical, like robots or cars or something. So yeah, because their force and wisdom or whatever is so high. But these robot enemies, man, they're pretty destructive in here. If you go to the left, it's a complete dead end. So we're gonna go to the right. I've actually marked off where some dead ends are. There are some completely dead ends and some completely empty doors. There's a life up cream in here, so let's go pick that up real quick. Or LUC is what I've written down on my piece of paper. And then here are the capsules. I don't know what capsules there are, but there are 3 of them. What don't we need? We don't need the hamburger, so I'm gonna give to Nintendo. Oh, I can't hold anymore. If I use it, will Nintendo... Can I use it on Nintendo, is the thing. Use on Nintendo, yes, okay. So, we'll heal him up. And check this out. There's a quick capsule, very helpful. Over here, I believe, is a physical capsule or something. There's 3 capsules in here. Physical cap. And the last one is a wisdom cap. Oh, I'm so good. Oh, I can't carry anything else. Well, we're going to be using a lot of these items in here, so... Oh, I never used the magic candy on Loid. I'll use that in a minute if we need to. We'll drop the antidote. Do we have anything in here that I could drop? No. Might have to use a PSI stone. Anyway, so let's open this up. Wisdom caps. I don't plan on coming back to getting all these. There's a lot of bombs and bottle rockets and ropes in here, but we're not going to use them. We're going to get the items that really mean things. In fact, there's 1, 2, 3 maybe rooms we're actually going to go into. There's a door to the right which is completely empty. But yeah, I mean, there's areas of this enormous area that have nothing in them. They're just dead ends. Ooh, fireball. This is why I got the H2O pendant for Loid. It's because the H2O pendant protects against fire attacks, and a lot of the enemies here have PSI, and they will use fire attacks. PK Fire Alpha, please hit Loid. Oh, of course. Oh, it hit both of us. 8 damage on Loid, see? And he's a weakling, so there's that. So just keep fighting him. You definitely want to try to keep everyone above 40 HP, so you don't, you know, get taken out, because a lot of these enemies have PK Beam and PK Fire. There's a bomb to the left, and then a rope, and then another bomb, and then everything kind of connects. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to head this way. There's a PSI stone somewhere in here as well. I just got to remember where to go here. So let me just trace back my drawing here. Okay, I see where I need to go. Ooh, a scrapper. As you can see, the thing's loaded on it, so it's kind of like how the dog's collar loads on him, because it's just a recolor, but with the extra things. Be careful with these guys. Cause as far as I can remember, they're pretty dangerous. They're more dangerous than the old robots, actually. Wow, didn't do much damage to Loid, so maybe they're not. Usually these robots show up. I'm surprised we're getting singles, and they're not being paired up like they usually are. But yeah, you don't realize how massive this thing is. There's Dr. Distorto. I don't like this combination. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna PSI out of here, since we have the 4th dimension slip. Dr. Distorto, I don't think I've ever seen him appear without a robot beside him. He usually has a scrapper or a old robot, and I think that's the only things we can find in here. He's not too bad, but since Loid's new to our party and doesn't have that high of defense, we're just gonna run away from there. It's got bad news. Yeah, take this ladder, and then you can take this ladder. If you go to the very end, down that way, there's a super spray which will KO all bug enemies in one shot, but we're not gonna need that. Let's see. This is where my drawing gets a little wonky, so bear with me if I go the wrong way. But I shouldn't, because everything's drawn correctly to where they connect. Yep, I was talking while this battle began, so let's take out this cute little bomber. I mean, he's adorable. Anyway, but a lot of dead ends around here. A lot of dead ends around this area. So just keep going this way. I think we're supposed to head up another ladder. So let's head up the next ladder we find. Where will this bring me? This doesn't look right. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. All the way to the end, this way is another bomb you can pick up. But more interesting is something this way that I highly recommend picking up. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one, because there's 2 doors drawn here. Go into this room, And make sure you have an empty slot. So let's see. I have a lot of things in here. Let's use the PSI stone on Nintendo because, you know, we can give him some PP. He recovered by 20, so it wasn't wasteful. Right here we have a Franklin badge. What do you mean I can't carry anything else? What happened to that PSI stone? Is it a PSI stone multi-use? If so, that's handy. And I'm gonna use the magic candy on Loid. Loid ate the magic candy and his energy is increased by 4. Let's look at his stats because I don't really know what magic candies do. You know, everything kind of went up a little bit. I'm thinking it raised everything by 4, which will be crazy and awesome. Which is good to use on Loid. You could save it for another party member, but since Loid's kind of the weakest of all, yeah, you definitely want to give it to him. But we have another Franklin badge, and now Loid is protected by the one-hit KO move of PK Beam Gamma. Just like the other Franklin badge, you don't have to equip it. And in there, I believe, is bread. Then there's a rope, and what did I put for BR? Bottle rocket, and then a life up cream further down to that direction. Got really hurt during that battle, so I'm gonna use some life up creams. Could have saved that. That candy we just used. That magic candy. Gonna use this on Nintendo. So he recovers by 59. I think it maxes out. And I'm going to use PSI Life Up on Loid since he doesn't need that much. Alright, so let's head back this way. If I can keep my ladder straight. Why did I have to talk going into this battle? I should have paused like I usually do when a battle starts to cut it out and then continue my thought. Nice job, Loid. Got a smash attack on that thing. Let's see. The old robots carry PK Beam Alpha. If I can actually get my thought out. God, these enemies hit hard, man. Look at that. I'm gonna have to use another life up cream on Nintendo. And I'm just gonna PSI heal Loid again. I sound so unhappy, but this is probably my least favorite part of the game. Is this damn factory. It's just, annoying. Great place to level up your characters, though. Let's see, this is an empty one. So head up the next ladder. The room to the right of us, you can't see it, and I'm not gonna go over there, is an empty room. So let's head this way. And go up one more ladder, I believe. I'm just gonna leave that last battle in, but I'm gonna leave that one out. Alright, so head up. There's one more capsule we can find. Over this way, unfortunately. Okay, I was kind of concerned there. Because one door does say exit, and it actually is an exit, so you have to be very careful not to take that door. They all say exit? I haven't been paying attention. I think they totally do. I'm not going to look around to find out, because we're almost to the end of this godforsaken place. And, thankfully. You know, I want to try something, real quick. I want to try that PSI stunt. Oh, I went to PSI instead of goods. I was concerned there. I want to try this PSI stone again, see if it'll... Wow, still there. I did not know they were multi-use. We're almost out of here. Wow! I don't know how I'm going to do that. I might just... You know what? I'm going to cut that battle out and show you that we actually got a laser beam from that last enemy, which is an offensive equip item for Loid. Wait a minute, what? I thought you could equip laser beam. Apparently I'm wrong. Laser beam, it helps that sissy Loid. Okay, apparently you can use it in battle, but not equip it. So he has something that we can use in battle. Okay, do not go through that exit right there. That is the actual exit, and you'll have to traverse through this whole factory again to get back here. Instead, go this way. Into this room right here, and Loid will take over for a little bit. Right around here, I think he should. Oh, I think you actually have to check the rocket. Look. Aim on the rock. Okay, 1, 2, 3, fire! So we kind of just snuck into this factory, fired off the one remaining rocket at the rock to get it out of our way. That rock at the train tracks. And yeah, I've said how massive this place is. You really need to look up a map to see what I'm talking about. It's just crazy. And now the exit. We are finally out of here. Wait, what? Is this not the exit? I thought this was the exit. Just an empty room? What? It's not fair. It's not fair. Why do I have it written down as exit? Oh, no. Alright, so I didn't realize that that wasn't the exit. I have it written down as exit, but I remember this factory being even more hell than it was, that I was letting on to be, and that's because you have to go through the whole thing to get back out, which is why if you have bread, I never explained bread. If you use bread, it'll drop breadcrumbs, and it'll say you can return here. It's highly recommended that you get bread and drop breadcrumbs at the beginning of the inside of this place. So when you get to the end, you can use your bread and go back to the breadcrumbs, etc., and not have to battle your way out, which I did, and I've cut out. No one died. There were a few level ups, but the level ups happened before I cut out. I just never showed them off. So there's Ninten. And there's Loid. And that's the end of the episode. The only thing I did was I grabbed the super spray since, you know, we were going by. Might as well. Only have one life up cream left, which is kind of sucky, actually. And I've used the PSI stone a few times. I've used it 3 times now. I don't know how many times the PSI stone can be used. And I always forget that I have the big bag, which is like 30 or so uses of, you know, a healing item, like the magic weed. So, herb, I guess it is. I'm sorry for that cutaway and how bad this episode probably was. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. And I can't wait to do the next episode. Yeah.